this audience, we're still kind of getting used to watching these guys.
The teams believe in Gecko that much, dude. I'm telling you, when I speak to players about their opinions on Gecko, I swear there's like no middle ground. Everyone's either like it's the best or it's awful.
In a sense, it really
It's
just
so
kind of provides a
interesting.
different flavor, a different spice to the whole
Players
thing.
are like
And the
split.
interesting thing is they're used to playing on land against each other.
Okay, Jack, gonna
Whereas
end
the
the
rest of
predictions here.
Americas, not so much. So, Gecko being played first in the Americas. Mimi talked about it. Bren was trying to allude to a 39%
Okay,
win rate.
Loud
for
on
Gecko
defense,
picks across
MIBR on
VCT.
attack.
But if there's one team that I think could make it work, it's Loud. They've been leading in innovation
So
on the
this
meta.
comp, I mean, I like
They're
it with
the guys
this.
who push the Harbor Viper stuff. So if there's any team who could do it, it's
Okay,
Loud.
sure.
Yeah, we'll see
Sure.
what they're able
We
to do
saw
with that. I think,
we
you know,
saw some
historically,
cool
we've already
stuff
seen Meta Developer,
from
he safely uses utility
memes
from a
aside.
place where
We
he
saw
can
some cool
re-pick up
stuff
the
from
orb and then
Keiko
farm it
in
over
terms
and
of if
over
we
again,
just
and I think
isolate the
that
Gecko
has been
itself.
the direction, but we'll see how they choose to use it here. 4 across mid. While it's
Andrew,
only
thank you so
Les
much.
playing back by A. Dash on
Andrew,
the side, MIBR
Andrew
already
Nater,
have full
1,
control.
2, 3.
Yeah, Les was playing
Gifted
fully
sub over
offside.
towards
You mentioned the mid control
the
that
Mansi
Loud was going
the
for.
Mansi
That's net.
Mafia.
MIBR, a free site, free plant.
Thank you so
and a
much, dude.
lot of
Appreciate
time.
that.
You see right now, Townsend using his
Well,
Trailblazer to
it's
find
a
and spot. Anybody's
5-person
playing it, he
post
spots
plant.
both players trying to hold down the A ramp position.
Oh, this could be trouble.
that's
The
an
thing is, it's not
insta-dink.
just Maurice is here too. If he drops, they're not going to be expecting another. Meanwhile, there's a pinch coming in on the other
Ooh,
side as well. Again, no.
they have a good
where
chance for a
RGL
pistol.
is on the
Ooh,
minimap.
good positions on
You
site.
really
Depends on the
can't
jet
move from
duel.
there.
The
Sonic
Jet
can't
B Jet
find any space.
duel on
Skeleton
site.
has already fallen. Aspas creeping his way forward. He's going to spot 2 members. Drops the first. The second still creeping around. As Sonic and Aspas have made this thing interesting. Heat in a 1v2. Sadak weak. Time not on their side.
Nicely
The 2
played,
players
though.
are just
Sadak
too
managed to
much.
get
As
3.
Loud get the first.
Sadik did such a good
crazy.
job with the information that Kalenzin's Trailblazer did get there. While the rest of his team fell on A ramp, he's still able to clean up the 2 players who are holding back. Aspas immediately pulls out the ground vault from there, and then Sadak's goal is just to get Aspas to half, and after that, he can do the rest. Great pistol from Loud on a full 5v5 retake.
It's interesting too how many more times we'll see MIBR attempt to approach A the way that they did. There was no interest in taking ramps.
Right,
There was
so they
no
get the
interest in
pistol. In
taking heaven.
terms
They
of
were
their
just fully
Viper
committed to the
wall,
site.
it's just a straight up
This time it
passive
seems like
Viper
a
wall.
lean
So
towards
Loud's
B.
still playing how they
From the
normally like to
attacking
play,
side.
where it's like
Early investment presence towards
segmented,
Garage.
basically.
Much
So
like we
they'll
saw in
do like a
previous round,
Viper
there's
smoke
not a ton
fast,
here.
and then
This
they'll
time
have
it's two
a
who's
more
gonna be first
passive wall
contact.
that they'll only use when
Got 2
say a
stars
team's
there, though.
taken some map control or got
And
past
Farsi
a
shoots
set
the orb.
point. So
Playing a little
full power
dangerously
goes
against
to the
Heat, who
smoke
you
itself,
know
and
has the
then
aim to be able to hit that shot.
it's situational when they're going to use the wall.
He's got the Sheriff in hand too.
Again, that's how I personally like to
Big goal
use
here
the
for
Viper
MIBR was just to
as
collect
well.
that orb, see if they maybe can get a pick on Tui's, but rotating back now.
Bit of pressure. They get the orb over towards
Kalenzin's
B,
Trailblazer
so they've
again does
shown
get
some
information.
question marks here.
Second round in
In
a row.
theory,
But they are seeding A ramp
the
once
Sky
again.
is the
So not
only one
will
that's
they give
really
access to that
good at
orb, but
getting rid of the
I think they're
question
playing on
marks.
site,
I
too.
know
You might
that
be able to get
Gecko
another
can
plant
do it,
down.
but it's a
That
little
would
bit
be
harder
huge on
to
the eco.
retrieve your stuff if
Interesting how he just
there's
saw
people
Aspas
there,
and Kalentzin
so.
change positions. It was Aspas who was up in heaven. He is now taking the space.
We saw an
that was
instant sight hit from
previously
MIBR.
vacated by Kalentzin.
that knife was
Looks
really
like we
close,
might
so
see an
clear is
instant
close,
sight hit
but
again.
doesn't really
Okay, we
find
go
any
heaven.
suppresses.
Oh.
This is interesting
In
here.
terms
They're
of how
far
they're
more
handling
interested in getting up
the
towards heaven this time. The Flash is gonna get
anti-eco,
some info. You've got
pretty much
plenty
the
of
same
time on this
reaction
side.
that
You've got Blitz with utility,
Fnatic
you've got
would do
Spectres
to
the whole
a
way through.
plant.
And with only 30
Just
seconds left,
full
you kind of have to commit
Spectres.
to A here.
Fuel might be
Priority
coming
on
back up in time. The
heavy armor.
cooldown on his wall just came back. He's not going to be able to pop it though. The cross is massive.
Yeah, they tried to overwhelm.
Done
Well,
good
actually
here.
going 1-for-1 here is not bad
Yeah,
at all.
done
With 10
good.
seconds left, they've got to get the spike out quick, and Aspas is there to greet them. The spike hits the ground.
Hey, nice recovery. Nicely played, Aspas. Waited for his mate as well on the last
Just
one.
in time too. To make that
Okay,
super
off to a
clean.
good start. In terms
And
of
the
this
reason that
bonus,
was
you're probably just
low
going
on
to see
time
like
for MIBR, remember how much they
sheriffs,
spent to go
maybe
for
some
B
pistols,
to get that orb.
but I don't expect anything
And then you just don't
like
know with
that.
the control that you have how RGL is playing.
Dude was
A
trolling so bad.
defense,
Picks
so
up the
actually
Odin,
watch
gets
if
the
they're
judge.
pushing. He's playing so far back.
Just as I looked at that,
It's
I was like,
super
wait,
important that he gets
why
going.
has he
This
got
guy
an
is taking
Odin?
40% of the opening duels for this team. And that stat kind of speaks to how the guy plays, but also his pitfalls. He is so aggressive to a fault.
He does kind of feast or famine,
So
doesn't he?
yeah, just full power to this smoke.
We'll see which one is
And this
on the
is
table today.
I mean, this is just a
Again,
normal.
MIBR down early.
This is an old way of
There's
holding
so much
middle. It
valor
can be
to
a bit
play.
of a nightmare to go through. The good thing for MIBR is they have a pretty good team to deal with this.
Spectres and a judge.
All right.
This judge is close though.
Yes, it is. The flash through, and there it is. It delivers the first.
And he gets out on 6
Last
HP.
gets a second.
Respect.
And this is already spelling disaster
Nice
for
punish
MIBR.
early on over towards middle.
Circumstance
In
which
terms
they
of how
should
loud
be
we're
able to fight
approaching this
equally
at
to
the
really have
moment,
the gun advantage, to find themselves
heavy,
down in numbers.
heavy denial of middle.
Just under a
We've got
minute
the
left in the
Palmer
round is
smoke, then we got an
troublesome.
extra smoke, and we're already showing presence and getting
Having to
kills.
resort to the lurks, but
Nice start with the
Flash gonna
judge.
spot him too.
Toxin screen down.
Barely has enough time to get all the way up ramp there with the delay from that flash. Now they wait to cycle again.
Toxins going up.
Mary's dropping a little bit of utility, keeping Sadak at a safe distance for now.
Toxin screen down.
You know Sadak in the last round, he was playing that
30
rope.
seconds left.
That's definitely part of his idea. And that hurts. Aspas anchoring.
Yeah, with the judgment of this one, Aspas is able to get one and
Nice
away to
movement.
safety.
Spike
What kind of
down
discipline
A.
is that from Aspas?
Yeah,
About to
that's
say
actually
that.
kind of
so
crazy.
clean.
That's you already got one. It's
Yeah,
a
they just
5v2
know
in
how
that
big this round
situation.
is for the bonus.
10 seconds
Save the
left.
Phantom
Well,
because it was this guy was
what
the one
a
who was
what
up
an
top right
insane
by the way.
bonus. The only thing we have to rebite is some
Falls
armor.
all the way back. Look at them. They're all
That is
chasing.
it.
Oh my goodness.
This is an insane start at the moment.
Poison's off.
Here it is.
They're gonna get to him in time. Spotted. Gun dropped.
So good.
Yeah, that's so
He's just jumping across, baiting
it's
himself.
literally so
For the rest of the
he's
team, they
just
knew
so
exactly
good
the
just jumping
situation,
to
where
just
he would go.
make sure trade came in.
This is an excellent start for a squad that I think expectations were very high, right? They were talking about the 2 early preseason rankings. Everyone had them at #1. And while now that we have a bit more data to operate off of, if we're just talking about this map,
Yeah, everything,
Loud
everything
just-
is looking
it's
great
early.
at
I
the
know, but
moment
they
in
seem
terms of
well
that.
ahead of MIBR.
On top of this as
And
well,
in
they get
terms
the
of
op out.
just
This
ideas
is
that
slightly
they wanna go
risky
for
against
on
this
the
buy,
bonus there. Just buying a judge, making it really cheap
but
for him.
we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it.
Using that in mid.
It
Split is
backfired
such a good map for
yesterday
it.
with
Squeezing every little inch out of the meta that they can.
Furia.
Blades used. Aspas with
He
the
plays
op.
this
That's
super
his way for
safe.
now.
Toxin screen
While
down.
once again, space is
But
taken by
kinda
MIBR.
similar-
The thing is, they've
similar
been
thing that we
successful here.
saw.
That's not the hard part. It's executing
Dude,
from here. where
every
they
single
struggle.
time they have an instant reaction. When they
Trailblazer
lose
was
this, they have an
so much
instant
farther
reaction
back,
and
though, than
just
on the pistol. So
heavy
Kalenzi
dog this,
did not get the
get
information
instant
about where
control.
Mirrors is.
At the moment, in terms of how
But it's
loud
not
they're
gonna be a
playing,
heavy
it just
plan.
looks like as long as they hold A heaven,
So keep an eye on that.
they're so confident in their
Fighting
retake.
all around elbows. Kills get traded.
Oh
Sadak
my
finds another
God.
2 with the judge.
He's still alive though. He's got the knives. That's the dangerous
Chat, the
part.
judge
He pointed
gets
out
so
the
many
snake bites that
every
Mirrors
single
has.
time. I don't understand why people don't use it so
Fired him
much.
off yet. There he goes. Set up for it. The sibilant sound of the snake bite
I
soars
sometimes
across the sky as
wonder,
it lands onto the
chat,
spy.
if
no, that's
like
a
just
miss.
as an
That's a
experiment, if
miss.
they wait,
And it's the same lineup. The
Yeah,
second
it's
one's
same
going
lineup. Big
crazy
miss.
too. There's no chance.
oh, that's a devastating sign.
He forgot his lineup, Doug.
That's
He just forgot.
yeah, that's a worrying
The wrong
sign.
position.
That is a worrying
never
sign.
seen that.
What I was gonna say is, I wondered just like
concerning
as an experiment,
for
if the
MIBR.
game
I mean,
came
that's
out
a-
and the
that's a
judge was like the
fundamental
same price as the Odin,
And I was thinking, okay, I
I just wonder if people would
But the pressure in that
use it
sense was
more,
the crowd.
if that makes sense.
And
Because I
the
swear it's so good.
region
Like every time
all
we see it,
cheering
it's
for them
so
and
good.
putting so much on it. And you can see them crumble because of that. But now, I don't know. Server
Toxins
time.
going up. Poison ore
Not quite enough here for MIBR.
Yeah, it's unlucky with the lineups. It happens sometimes. Could have been a
Already has
miscom with the
writings on
plant.
wall,
Could have
getting
just been
ugly very fast. What can MIBR do to
could have just
rectify
been
the
bad
situation?
lineups. We don't really know.
Once again, a lean towards A. I wonder if they try to explore mid through this, because you take a look at where RGL is. What's the call from here? No, it's going to be back towards A, and once again, it is 2A's who's trying to anchor on the site.
Thrash is coming through. He's going to jump through heaven too. No.
Hey, that's the kind of thing that gets you online. JCZ with one, the Seekers used, spike planted.
Aspas so far away. It's the first one
Yeah,
coming in from
the
less.
crowd there was kind of sick.
And he's not looking. Oh, he switches. Oh, the timing. I thought it was going to be another problem. But no, RGL able to clean him up. Sadak falling as well. Now Aspas, the lone man standing with an op.
Yeah, he's
Plenty
gone.
of money, no less. But yeah, he's out of there.
Surprised
Yeah,
to see as
it's
well.
a saving on
Sadak's
this one. Nice run
Mosh
from
that he
MIBR.
threw down in hell. Didn't quite cover the player who was there.
Yeah.
So some little inconsistencies
Definitely
with the utility so far in this
feeling
game.
like they can just go A
And you can
like
tell what
all the
MIBR's
time at
plan
the
is.
moment.
Continue to hit and batter the
In
safe
terms of
side
money,
while relying
it's
on
really good for
post-fight
Loud.
utility from both
Dude, someone's
RGL
on
and Mirrors.
7k.
Consistently, those
Okay,
two players
important
are
round for
trying to play
MIBR.
and hold up on a ramp, even in the instances of
They have
last
to get
round.
one
Mirrors playing
rebuy
so far back that he's
and
not
2
even a
armors.
factor
We'll
in the
see if this
gunfight
is an armor
as
rebuy.
the retake begins. But plenty of money here for Loud. That round should not hurt in the grand scheme of things. And if anything, they should now start to be coming up with a better plan here on the A side.
And they're going to have a couple of ultimates online too. They already have the pin on. Kawanzin and 2Es are both one away from having theirs respectively. So economy's in a good place from a financial perspective. Ults as well.
Here.
And you could tell as well, they switched up the Viper wall. Instead of using it in mid,
Yeah, same
Less is
same
just gonna ult.
defensive. Viper wall as
See if
well.
there's any counter
Smoke
here from MIBR
over
at all.
towards middle. Same thing at middle.
Knife immediately, that's good.
Yeah, I mean the ult
And again,
come
their
online for a few
comp,
seconds now.
I don't know, it's not too bad. When they knife dog
did
go
cover it
through
up
with flash, in theory they
with
can
2Es
battle
of smoke,
middle, but
so
they're not really
be
going to
able to
be
get the
able to
Viper
get
ward
through
back
middle
up.
here, in my opinion, without the Sky.
Not spending
Personally,
it, though.
they could smoke this and flash through, but
Trailblazer from JZZ once again clearing out
not
some
safely
space.
anyway. I guess I should have phrased that as. Hot Chicken,
It seems
thank
a
you
bit
so much,
different.
dude. 5 months.
MIBR setup
Appreciate
here.
you.
The spike is still back towards B.
Yeah, it's starting to lean its way over,
Thank you,
though.
mate.
See if they pivot off of the
Thanks for using
information
the prime on me.
that Loud just got
5 months,
that they were
Hot
still on
Chicken.
ramp. Obviously, you expected
Dog's
as well
gonna
with
go
the
in. How many
Trailblazer
does it
that
see?
just happened. Both sides denying quite a
Yeah,
lot.
I only saw one, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Okay, what's this bait like?
Look at the setup that they have. They have Kawanzin close by.
Osprey's
Yeah,
too
it's so
aggressive. They're
strong.
not going to worry about this top A ramp.
The flash should get a ton of info. Countered. They know there's presence. Either way, when does the
dash.
frames come? There it is. Les drops JZZ, but he trading back. Jet against Jet.
Uh-oh.
30 seconds.
Les. Orb goes down and the kills go to.
Spike down A.
Holy
So
hell.
much to do before him. Yeah, he's taking
Interesting decision though, because they kind of
still has
had
3 targets.
sight.
It's making so much noise, too.
I mean, he just doesn't have any time to do anything otherwise, and the spike is on the
As
other
they kind
side.
of had
Yeah,
sight,
2
they
is just
literally had
easily
sight.
ready.
Seconds left.
So 3 of them
The round is wrapped.
really wanted to, well, one of them wanted to prioritize getting
They
heaven,
want
and
the
these other
gun,
2
too.
were
They
just
don't
around
want
here
just
for
the
a
round
while.
win.
They're gonna get it.
Okay,
They're
a little
choking
bit slow on that one.
economically on these
I wonder if
rounds,
MIBR are going to do a timeout
There's
and talk
no
about
chance for
middle.
MIBR any further.
If they don't create a
And that
question
was where
mark
they got
here and
Osprey.
here,
Immediately off
it's an
the angle, they
absolute
didn't get any value
nightmare.
from the
They
op,
have
has
to
dash away
talk
in sight,
about
and they
how on
still kill
earth
him,
are they
too.
getting through middle.
It's just
They
this
need to
ramp
force
push.
it a little
This
bit.
smoke was just
I
not
think it
in
needs to
time.
be relatively safe. I just
And
think you
Lush
smoke here,
capitalizes
you
on it.
knife here, you dog, you follow it through. You can even flash with the KO if you want to be super
He
safe with
continues
it.
to be an insane player for Loud.
But
In
yeah,
the grand finals of
I liked
Champions,
how
think a lot
Loud
of people
approached
would have
this.
put him at the
Heavy lockdown towards middle, and
caliber of
it's
finals
caused
MVP
MIBR an
against
absolute
Optic
nightmare.
last year.
Yeah.
And this is now a pure Sentinel meta. He's playing Viper here on split. But he's the type of guy who just continuously is a solid anchor, a solid lurker. And it's situations like that where he shines.
Really curious to see here out of the timeout how MIBR choose to go about this. A has been unsuccessful to say the least. They haven't really tested the waters B at all, and then even mid,
Less?
they've had some
Yeah,
presence,
it's
but
a
really
nice patch
not
for him.
a ton to speak of or to show up.
Well, when you say presence, like it's just
People
poking,
still
right?
doubting
And
Loud?
It's not even walking up. It's not
Maybe.
challenging
I don't know.
ropes.
I don't think so.
In that
Not
situation,
anyone that
too,
I've
like,
spoken
last
to.
remember the
But
Viper ult was such a conversation that I was trying to have, and they didn't challenge him. And he
where
saved
are
it.
you going, Imi?
And then he rotates because there's just.
I mean,
no
where are
presence,
we
I
going?
think. The
Sorry.
one thing that you could see right now on the scoreboard, Sadak
Okay, in
with
terms
the
of
Gecko 7 and
what
4.
they buy
You're
here,
not really seeing that utility
we got
on,
the saved
on
hero
display,
gun,
but I think a lot of it is actually
and
having to do
then
with him clearing
we
mid late
have
and allowing Less
some
to
low
rotate.
guns with it.
Already seeing a
Damn,
change of
Spain, okay.
MIBR.
Okay,
See if
they
this
need
time
to
they
get through
decide
this
to go
middle.
Yes,
This
the
is what I was
first time
talking
they're
about.
using the
Dog.
Trailblazer to actually take mid.
And they
3
spotted
people
players
here. Gotta have to wait for
The
this.
question is, do they fight? Do they try to go into it? He
Yeah,
ran into
there
a
we go.
wall.
We've at least got through middle.
okay
We
for
can
now.
create some kind of question mark. We can now play the rest of the map.
That's a little hesitant.
Problem for them is, while this has been going on, B-main's been taken. We've had some information. I don't know if... Okay, he is checking left side.
Just going into ropes with heat.
Off
He
angle.
clears it all the way. And the Trailblazer again just used to clear A.
Coach
This
stairs
time,
until...
no information found.
Oh my god, that'd be
flash
sick.
follow up here from Kalanzin. And Les and Aspas are the ones who are on this
We
B
just
side.
stream from a
Usually you
gaming
had
house
Tuiz
from
here,
somewhere.
too. You saw him challenge once.
Yeah, different country.
Note here, Les still has the ult. The molly, and then he gets away, perhaps drops a pit. The thing is, Aspas may be in some trouble here. He's got to find some space to get away. And he does.
Such a good pit, though.
It's
Gives Aspas room
crazy
to
how
evacuate this side, and they
safe
don't
he's
have
playing at the
anywhere to
moment.
plant. That's not in this pit, and Les is literally safe.
Spike down B.
No dash here.
Yeah, this
30
is a
seconds.
nice
A little bit of
reactive
damage, still
Viper.
feeling
Oh
pressure. Yeah, he doesn't have a
my
whole lot of room to go anywhere.
How is he not dead?
He's got blades. Forget about dying. He wants to go in and take more of a fight. And he does. FRZ falls to his death right before him. I'm still in play here.
Seeker's coming through the pit, too. They're going to chase these players down. Oh, wait, there's a gap.
He didn't see him. 13 seconds left. The spike now planted.
What the hell is going on? That's crazy. Very nicely done though. Only one person going down. They can pick up the AWP and just a little bit of damage. Much better from MIBR in this one though. Actually taking some mid control.
That pit was insane.
Yeah, that pit was insane. Reactive
Such a
Viper,
cool
and then he
idea
can
from
just
Les.
have a gap either side of here that he wants to sit behind. Dude, look at it. It just leaks over slightly.
Gap for them to get the plant down.
It is in the middle, but I
Aspas
guess
would
he
have
can just
killed him
time
before the
going
plant
into
even
it.
went down. But it's
Oh, it
funny,
gets-
you're
yeah, it
trapped.
gets this
You really
corner.
don't have
Damn,
any
that's so
idea
good.
what to do after that too. So he just throws the molly,
That's
falls back in his
nagging,
spawn,
man.
and instantly pits. That covers the entire site. How do you clear that when you've
Yeah, that
already used
reactive
your
pit's good.
Trailblazer,
So
when
it
you've
actually
already used
covers
so many
this
of your
corner
tools,
here,
you don't
so
have
you can sit
Seekers.
in this corner.
There's really not much actually on the side of MIBR to use.
Aspas did great to fall back as well. I was kind of surprised to see it. Yeah, the coaches are on a
Perhaps the
basement. That's
third
right.
look will be
It
the
looks
different
crazy.
Perhaps the successful one. The op is still in play for Aspas.
Oh, this is
I'm
gonna be a
surprised there
devastating
that it's
half.
Heat who's jump
This is gonna restore my faith that
While
this
FRZ
map
goes
is
for the swing. I would love to see that the
defense-sided.
opposite direction.
Sure.
Just because FRZ, I don't want him to be taking the risk to challenge. If anything, he has the utility that they need later on.
Knife, yeah, absolutely. And the truth is, we've seen Heat at his best, and we know how good he can
Nice
be.
shot.
Right? So put the ball in his hands. See what he can do with it. Either way, Heat's still around.
Nah, I didn't see fully where he lined it up with.
Yeah, Kalanzin getting a little bit.
That's a
not
demo
even
watch
unlucky,
for
they just
someone.
mistimed the wall coming down or the smoke coming down, and Mures is right behind it. That was not Mures' intention, by the way. That was not his smoke.
Okay, so
You want to fight it?
Good from Tuiz
Oh
to
boy,
instantly pop.
big
He needs
gamble.
To be safe here. He needs to get off the site.
yeah, they took a bit of a
They
big
have a-
gamble,
they have a
but they're
cosmic
just
divide
more than
of their
happy
own
to play off the
on
site
Tuiz,
itself,
so
and
they're
they
gonna use
have
that for
their
retake. That
own
was the entire plan the entire
Astral
time.
if they want to retake.
How cheeky
So
do
I
they
imagine
get,
that
though?
comes in at one point.
Pit invested.
Ooh,
What utility? Sadak has
maybe not
all of
anymore.
his
We'll see.
utility. He's got everything.
You can think of a wingman,
Okay, there it is.
defuse here.
A Dizzy to get info on where they are. I mean, there's so many tools
Half
at their
of the
disposal.
spike.
There it is, Wingman the first, the Dizzy from up top, and he's
Huh.
so strong.
Wow, get actually
Man,
wrecked.
there's nowhere to go but
Oh
holy
my,
smokes.
and Shulker getting wrecked. Holy hell, nicely done from him. Viper also just too strong at the
A
moment
little
in terms of these
success on the
rounds.
other side of the map, but
The Gecko
true
util to get through the ult
test
look kind of
was in
disgusting.
that pit. JZZ coming up huge, and the same thing on the other side. I would have loved more. Even though that combination from Sadak was quite nice with the Dizzy and the Wingman to take out one player, you need to be clearing the pit.
Yeah, instead of going for a fight. Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe Kalanzin still had his Trailblazer. Maybe they were relying on that. No, Kalanzin was dead early in that round, so that pit perfectly timed.
Okay, we go over to this buy round. We're going for the heavy
Either
shutdown
way,
of mid
MIBR
again,
can find
and a
a little
push
bit
just
more
trying to get
success.
Aspas set up with the
And
op
they've gone
over
back
towards
to what
A.
they were
So
kind
they're
of
doing
going back
well,
to what they were
setting
doing
him up in
early,
different positions,
in this half.
mixing
Where
up where
Yamir's so much
he's
further up, he's gonna get
playing.
spotted by the Trailblazer.
And
Look at the
in terms of
way that Aspas is taking
MIBR,
all
they're
of
having
that
such a
space
rough
with that
time towards
Trailblazer.
middle.
He's in front of the
It
wall
looks
now.
like an
They've cleared
absolute
the backside of
nightmare.
this, so he is just watching for any push.
On
and Kalanzin
top of this
fully
as well, they
rotated so he
put
could play a
the
combo with Sadak.
they put
Meanwhile,
the
MIBR
Gecko
trying to
molly
get
in.
right back
I'm pretty
into the
sure
off,
on the
but we're just
reaction of the
pointing out.
dog, I'm not
They got
entirely
Seekers here.
sure,
They
but that's
still have a
definitely
flash
why.
as well. They can force Aspas off, but do they use it
Aspas
that
early information.
I mean, surely you want to save some of that utility.
Looks like
to
he's
scale
been
up
very
even
drilled
further.
to just
No,
not
Aspas has
take
dash.
any risk as well.
Seekers invested. Yeah, he's
Right?
gonna
Look
keep
at
this
this.
up. But do
Yeah,
they
he's
overwhelm
been
him or do they
super
hunt
safe
him
each
down?
time.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
Oh! Through the smoke! The shot lands! Everything going their way, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. FRZ trying to equalize the situation. The flash not good enough. As FRZ falls, and once again, JZZ is going to follow suit. 3 for less.
What is that round?
Yeah, they're making the buy rounds look
There's
like
minutia to break
ecos.
down, but I'm just still freaking out at that shot from Aspas.
What is this
what
shot?
What in the world is that? No, seriously.
What is that?
That is disgusting.
Surely we'll take a look at that one more time. Yeah, that's just outrageous. And dog, like, sometimes things are just hitting, right? Like, sometimes it's just, you just can do no wrong.
And it's funny too, because he got pushed off. Like, he got pushed off the angle. Look at this. What?
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 Crosshair wasn't even on him.
There was nothing to be on there.
That's ridiculous.
When you're good, you're good. And Loud looked good. Heat pushing the pace for the first time, and again, just destroyed. Heat finding no space, no agency.
Well, this is a good introduction to Brazil versus Brazil.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for Heat.
Just don't lose these. And that might be the magic that they rely on.
And you gotta give credit to MIBR too. They're starting to try different things, right? Like,
yeah.
Nah, he's feeling himself. Nah. There is nothing.
Interesting that they're using
No
the same
answers.
smoke that we saw yesterday
Doesn't
from
matter.
Sentinels, I think. Was it Sentinels or was it 100
very
Thieves?
quickly becoming a slaughter.
Like the one that's just a little bit out that you play around
Aspas
off
is just
close.
teeing off on Heat every single round.
Is it Sentinels? Yeah.
Just no answers. You're absolutely right.
What did the desk say earlier? 21-0.
That'll be one of those things that happened in Prac.
Regional
One of them
matchups
used
for
it
Loud.
fast in Prac and the other was like, yep.
And this is
We'll take
I
that.
think a lot of people would have thought this is the opportunity for something like that to happen. Because it's a new roster, because you now have Tuis, you now have Kalanzin.
Still
these
really
guys are
rough.
just
Like,
so good.
they've tried a
And the
good
funny
amount
part, too,
over
is
towards
in the
middle.
offseason when
They really have.
Sassi and Pancata leave this team. You think disaster might have struck. You think, oh,
Mr.
goodness,
Prince, thank you
who
so
can
much.
they
Mr.
even
Prince,
get?
67,
And my
7
first
months
thought
in the
goes
Slug
to
Club.
players
Thank
who
you,
have
Mr.
now sitting
Prince.
on the stage across from them. It goes to Heat.
Yep.
It goes to Mures. It goes to somebody like MW, who's now on Furia. But instead, they go for the guys that, you know,
There was a free
not
till
many
11
people
sign.
really know of.
It's a good thing they're the ones making the decision, not us. Just an unreal performance.
Who's
And
streaming there
it's early,
today,
second
Slasher?
timeout called by MIBR. And you wonder at this point, when you're getting, I mean, when you're just getting destroyed the way
Yeah,
that they are.
that's too far
how
for me
much
to
depth
go,
is
man.
there to the playbook? I mean, surely you've exhausted a lot of your options at this point.
Oh, Sean's there as well. Damn, nice.
Well, I think a lot of this comp, and we saw this yesterday on this map as well, a lot of this double controller Astra Viper stuff comes down to defaulting quite well. And the way that Loud is playing is canceling a lot of that. They're doing a lot of re-clearing of space late in the round. Kalanzin, the timings of
Yeah,
his
it's pretty
swatches,
useful
the
for Sean. I
Trailblazers as
imagine
well.
he, well,
But I would
I
love
know he
to
lives
see
in LA,
MIBR
so it
start
might be
to
pretty close to
default
us.
a little bit more towards other places. They continue to
Still,
fall back into this
up
A side.
in
We
hand
talk
where
about trying
he's
a lot
been
of things, but
every
if you
time
look
they
at,
go
like, the
somewhere,
stats
he's
of
here.
How often they're hitting this A side?
I was half expecting him
It's
to just
most of
bap
these
him.
rounds.
Yeah.
I can think of 2 B rounds off the top of my head. 2 out of 10, that's not much.
Okay,
Ooh, that wall's coming down.
kind of giving up
That
with
is
mid a
very
little
dangerous.
bit, and we've gone more over for A main, but at the same time we did get mid as well. So it's basically just heavy pressure over here, heavy pressure over here. Oh my goodness, what? That's a bit of a punish. Did we use Jet Dash to get to middle? No, we didn't. Okay, that's pretty good.
And no, this is again the defaulty wall, right? So you have the option to, because of this wall, get into ropes and try to exploit the rest of the map.
Okay,
after
so yeah, so
establishing
basically
some presence,
instead
perhaps
of
throwing out utility, things
going like
that.
this,
Yeah,
we're
but they
going
have
like
conditioned Loud to lean back over towards
one
A
way
and
of
start to
taking
rely
mid
on maybe
control.
an anchor setup here, but they pivot through ropes, and this is a really good idea. Now Sadak falling into Tuis. They're going to be put
okay,
to the
these
test.
two play together.
They should have utility back up now. And no, we haven't really. Joe, that was bold. That was aggressive.
Yeah, at least they did the swing right. He did well though.
Wards nothing. Sadak is able to get
It was a bit of a rough spot for those
And
two.
now MIBR firmly in control here.
Here.
No
I think
reason not to go for it here if
I
you're
think the idea
Cloud.
went pretty well though.
You've got money for days, you have a
Like this
comfortable lead.
is
And MIBR losing this round would be
yeah, this worked great.
devastating. But it does not look like it's going to be the case.
Easy shutdown of this, I guess, would be Aspas just going over towards here, or maybe middle if they wanted to play around with it. So
Aspas had to save his op this
that's
time.
where I'm guessing he's going to go. One of
See
these.
if they can try to hunt him down. I don't know if there's any reason to, given how late this is in the half. We're 1 round away from the final. He'll be able to get an op. There's plenty of money on this side, no matter what.
And for MIBR,
but they're still chasing him. They're still chasing him. Look, there's no reason to. Given the ult situation as well, nobody is close to an ult. Maybe RGL, maybe FRZ gets one and then gets this kill and then get an orb and another kill. That's the only reason to.
We haven't seen what they got for attack side.
This is finally
we might get a
normal split performance.
We might get a few
in
rounds.
terms of the defensive sidedness of this map.
They got 3.
It's been weird.
In theory,
for this
Gecko
map
is
since
not
it's
that good
returned
on
to the pool.
defense on this map, so that's like the worry at the moment. We haven't even seen too much stuff. Like it's good look. It looked good in the retakes and stuff. Reborn the wall, but he actually hasn't used too much.
Even in this
As far as I can see, like a lot of it was just the molly over for middle, but he's saving these two for like situational. It's not like other teams that are just kind of throwing it up in the air for information or anything. It's just
they're going to try the same thing that found success in the previous round. But it's interesting here, FRC is 1 point away from having his null command online. I expected a faster, more aggressive hit off of that ult.
Les has an op as well. I just bought it at the beginning.
Worked their way in through mid.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, having good success of towards top, and each time they're getting here, and they have the dog, and this is like we saw, it's so strong.
They haven't cleared anything on this side. He's just dancing around in the sky.
It's alright. Got it eventually.
And Loud again with full control.
Les got an important kill as well though, so.
I don't fully understand what the plan was there. But either way, MIBR down.
Okay, that's the big kill that makes this doable now. It was looking a little bit.
RGL playing a lot more aggressive there as well. He didn't plant yet. Aspas has so much more time now.
Plenty of health too, and info on where one of the members are. Aspas has a shot at this thing. This 1v2 is well within reach.
Farsi's trying to get in the spot to safe plant, while RGL comes and plays to his rescue.
Aspas.
15 seconds. He's getting it down to a spot where once they plant, he's going to find a 1v1.
Yeah, I'm nervous. Look how nervous they are at planting.
We'll see if he's gifted that. The flash in his face. Aspas creeping forward. Slowly but deliberately looking for the 1v1, and he finds it. JCC falls. There's just one left. Now Blade's online. Jet thriving in situations like this. And looking for the shots, and no, RGL with the swing gets MIBR to 4.
Nice run from him though. He actually won. He won like 3 insanely important duels.
8-4 half after all
so
that.
I'll tell you what.
It's not bad from MIBR.
Yeah, I agree. I think MIBR will take this as a big win. This whole map felt like old Split. Like this felt like the old school Split. Mid's a nightmare. It's on heavy lockdown. And you manage to eventually find one little hole and then you have to exploit it.
Secures MIBR in 8-4 half. We're going to throw it down to the desk to break down what they've seen. Golden Boy, take it away.
Thank you so much, Doug and Bala.
They use both timeouts? Yeah, but I honestly still think it's
worth. Here, but goodness gracious.
I think it was worth.
So freaking good. But here's the interesting thing here. We were going nuts about the Gecko pick. I mean, everyone popped off in the arena. It was awesome. But what has Gecko done so far, Mimi?
I haven't really liked particularly much of the Gecko I've seen thus far, but here I felt like they didn't have super cool stuff, but I don't think it really mattered because they were just so incredible fundamentally. And I think a lot of the rounds, they just had the perfect reaction, which is what Loud was showing at Lock-In. And to take a look at one of those, this is just absolute perfection. It was Aspas initially getting pressured on this B site, and then Les pops up this Viper's Pit form to support him and give him these
both teams aren't running raids. The Boombot nerf is probably the biggest nerf on this map, like in terms of impact.
Well, I think it just speaks dividends about the skill level of
you still use a Boombot for like literally
everything
everything
you can see it at the tail
on this one.
just a sublime team from top to bottom. But A4,
So, and then once you have a Sky, you don't really need any info. So also they both have insane
that at
jet
the beginning of the
players.
game, right? You were seeing those anchor players,
Majority of it
trying
will be
to
the
do
boom
the
bomb now.
anchor role, right? Get the lineups, and they were missing a few of them. Like even with MIBR and the some of the errors that they made,
nothing too crazy on
they're still playing
defense.
great. Like you're still
On
holding
defense
on to Loud,
teams.
which considering how Aspas
But they honestly didn't need
it
to
was
use
shocking,
much of
honestly,
it.
that they
When we
managed to get
saw
this half
the
as
util, it
reasonable
was actually pretty
as it
good.
ended up being. It was just 2 huge pop-off rounds at the end. But thus far, Aspas has looked unkillable.
Yeah, he's
Once he
been
got
that
the
guy.
operator in his hands, this guy was insane.
Yeah, just popping off. I mean, we saw numerous examples.
Who's
of
the
him
most
just
used agent
quick-scoping as
across
well,
all
getting away
maps?
with
It'll be
murder,
Killjoy.
dodging and weaving, ducking around a utility, and nobody could put a stop to this guy. If he ended up winning the clutch at the end as well, that just would have been the cherry on top. We probably would have had to scrap the entire halftime, just built like an Aspas package, to be honest. But yeah, the guy's just being that staple guy in this composition. Now he doesn't have as many resources to work with though. Now that Sadak isn't playing that race.
Stuff got wrecked.
Yeah, but second half, it's the attacking side. That's where Gecko can really cook up interesting things. I expect.
I think
Loud to have something
Sideshow
more interesting for us.
is
I am
going
too,
there.
Mimi. Well, let's see if that's going to be the
Yeah,
case.
a
Let's
week
send it back
free,
over to our
that's what a lot of
casters
people
for
have been
second
saying.
half. It's Doug and Bala.
Thank you, Golden Boy. Disaster avoided for MIBR, as that very quickly could have gotten out of hand, but now they find themselves within reach, and now they find themselves on what statistically is the better half.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, disaster still could be abound. Loud seemed to me that they were on fire. And regardless of the scoreline,
Feeling like a must-win pistol for MIBR. Obviously, they can do the same thing. Oh boy, they had 3 people here against 2 and lost the trade.
No shot, dude.
Heavy lost the trade.
Seems so good.
Wingman plant. Yeah!
We did it! Thanks, little man.
Last player standing.
And now, less finding value across the middle of the map too. RGL, who was a hero previously, seems to be back up to his previous antics. He's already gotten 2, but still 2 to go.
Picked up the gun.
High lower setup.
Looked like he's feeling himself.
He's got a high-low setup.
Yeah, he's got a star if he wanted to.
2 1-taps. Give it to me.
Yeah.
I need a
Surely not, right? Uh-oh, they're pushing him. They're both stunned.
Good reaction from them moving forward.
Loud gets 9.
Nice idea.
MIBR really needed that one.
And the pistols keep rolling around.
They needed
And they
it.
keep being a
They
problem here for
honestly needed
MIBR.
it.
Lock-in, they only played 2 maps, so very
Okay,
small sample
let's see
size,
how
but
cleanly they
lost
can
1 out of
do this
4.
one, and we're also gonna just double
So
check
far,
what they buy
losing
here.
both of them here. That hurts. Little bro!
Have you seen a wingman defuse yet
Yeah.
in pro play?
No.
I haven't either.
Well, I mean, like,
we need
close
to go
by,
nuts
like,
if that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, like after the fact, but that doesn't really count.
No, yeah, that doesn't count.
Needs to be a ninja defuse.
Oh, they're gonna push right
Oh
into
boy,
FRZ, and the
poor dude.
Trailblazers should
Oh my
spawn
god.
again. The Disney, the Trailblazer,
Oh
the
my
wingman,
god.
And FRZ falls.
That's discipline right there.
Well,
You can see that going
it's
the
safe.
complete other way.
Imagine being, imagine being in
Really,
that
not for
smoke.
the Trailblazer
You
turning
see the Dizzy
Sure,
go
but they
by
had to double
you.
up with the wingman
Then you
too.
see the
Super interesting.
little bro,
I think Sadak
and then
just
there's a
coming through,
dog.
making sure he re-clears
That's-
everything, no matter whether
That's
utility
horrendous.
seems to have done the job or not.
You know, I think honestly that point that you just made.
There it goes again. God, I love you guys.
I just want to see it again. There it is. Full screen that thing, man. Thanks, Wink. Back to me. But the point you were just making around being very thorough and clearing things out, even when utility should have done that for you, that feels like the type of nuance that separates a good team from a great team.
Yes.
It's that discipline. It's that meticulous approach to everything you do.
God, he's actually
Jesus.
just farming with this utility. You've seen it before.
Down.
That wingman dizzy combo, dude. I was watching all the MEA games with the Gecko.
It seems like their version of it is just absolutely sending it through any smoke. Like just launch it through a smoke.
Nerdy stuff like throw the dizzy up super high. Like
The tech.
Sadak's just
He's
literally
just
throwing both of his pieces of utility and getting flashes down. It's ridiculous.
Using both together. Yeah, that's what they've been doing quite a bit, right?
We need to start keeping
Do bar on the
wingman
floor and then
playing
Dizzy
counter.
up top and then just
Okay,
swing.
that's 2.
2?
Yeah.
2 so far?
We'll need your help, guys, for counting that.
Because we're gonna, we will inevitably forget.
Okay, Bonus. It's pretty decent. It's not too bad. 2 for 2 plants.
And Sadak with the spike. See if we
Oh,
get a
that's
third. He is
official.
1 point away from having that thrash.
through the smoke, they lined
my.
up. No.
Well,
That is so nice from JZZ.
there's no point in getting this unless you're going to use it this round.
You mentioned the thrash. This is the bonus, though. Not quite the round you want to invest it in.
Well, I don't know, man. It's so early in the half, right?
Well, especially not after losing 2. This round already, the win percentage goes way down. Yes, Loud is good. Yes, they had some of the craziest man down win rates at lock-in.
Dude, you're setting up a crazy round win for Loud right now. You realize that?
Damn.
The
Flash
keep
over
is not
towards
gonna get
A,
the info.
nothing,
Flash
yeah.
slip behind enemy lines, not able to
He
get the
really
second.
kind of owned this one, to be honest with you.
Watch the knife.
That causes
He's
a
rotating
rotate,
because
so
of
now
that.
there's only 2 people on this
Here's in
site.
trouble. We just talked
30
about
seconds
discipline.
left.
Are they this disciplined?
Nicely handled. 5 HP on this, but nicely
Well
handled.
played by Muri's.
Answer is no, Doug.
Okay, that's
That
one.
angle's
Now they're
really
going
good
to
once utility is gone.
go
Okay,
to a
so
big
once
buy
you
round.
clear out a bunch of players, play that
Loud
off angle,
had enough
because
for an attack
that
off.
is so
They
difficult
decide not to
clear.
get it. They
You're
got the
trying to
fish
worry
into this
about
one,
stairs.
and I
you're
think
trying to
that's
worry about the other side of heaven. You're trying to worry about down below.
You have so much to deal with, yeah.
You see where
How do you
actually
counter
can
them when they're
literally
both
tell
running
in
through at
that
the same
image right there
time?
where Tuiz is aiming down
Yeah, I mean,
at
honestly,
B-main.
it's true.
Well done from Uris.
You're gonna get hit by one of them.
But now is where things get put to the test even further here by MIBR. Full guns on Loud, and they've got that thrash that you were talking about.
Damn, this is heavy take with
There
that.
it is.
Okay, here we go. Fish. Do we go back or do we fully send
We'll see who
it?
chooses
Yeah,
to
we
use
go
this.
back
So
and
he
then
goes up, takes space, and then
go
comes
back and try it
so
again.
that he can easily pick it back up again. Note, Thrash, the only of his orbs that you can only use twice in a round. So you use it, you pick it up, you get 10 seconds, and then you get to use it again.
And you can see as well, he's doing that with all of the Dizzies and Wingmans too. Making sure that they take the map control so he can instantly pick it up. There he goes! Thrash again, gonna cover Dizzy! Or Wingman, excuse me.
A little friendly help there. Wingman looking for it! As the fight happens on the other side, now up to 3 on the Wingman counter. As FRZ and JZZ, the only 2 that remain.
One enemy remaining.
And there's not much left to hold back the line.
It's a crazy situation.
Down with. My ult's ready.
JZZ finding a little bit of cover behind the smoke, able to clear one up. How much more can he find? Spike is ticking.
They look
Once
good.
Again, you see the
Yeah,
discipline from
they're
Loud
making
on
it look
full
good.
display. Not
I'm excited to
showing
see
anything.
you
You have 2 members
without
up in heaven. You have Asher Stars
without an
down
ult.
too.
Yeah, worst 2 members to have.
But yeah, some
Worst
of
2
the
agents
Gecko
to
stuff at the
have
moment's
up in
nice.
heaven in this situation, but
Like, really
I was
nice.
saying, weird situation to be in because they planted the spike and there were still 2 players from MIBR in the site.
I do think again though
And they just backed off. That was a perfect.
that it
if there's any
has
situation you
big
wanted to have
value
in play,
first time you
it's for the
use
only
it,
players alive
and
to be
people
the
don't
ones
know
who
what
are
to
anchoring on
expect.
A site. We're up to 3 now.
It will be interesting to see how fresh they can keep this
I'm
once
so
this
proud of
demo as
him.
well.
Staying focused while everyone's dying around him.
Lil Bro has one job. He's gonna do it.
Another round in favor of Loud. And a pistol for FRZ.
It doesn't seem easily counterable. Have you not noticed how every single team just with this this on this map, including Na'Vi, K-Corp, and these, just only ever take heaven controls, and that's it.
And also it's maximizing the value. When you throw it Dizzy way up in the sky, you're not really getting the same full value that you would get if you throw it forward.
Just everyone has the same game plan of just using it from heaven.
It is interesting to see too how intent he is on using both together every time.
I mean, they work really well together.
But I agree, like shutting this down is pretty hard.
The other thing there too is they're recognizing he's playing alone there. And he doesn't have anybody to break it for him.
RGL's in trouble too, he's playing alone, yeah. And they didn't really know where he was initially.
Les is so deep, so fast, no chance, you know.
One enemy remaining.
Once again, everything just falling apart for MIBR.
Sadak, why are you planting?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at the moment though it's nice. Like, people are getting overwhelmed in these
You're
positions.
gonna maximize this.
Match point.
We're still at 3, right?
We're still at 3.
3? Okay.
Jeez.
Dude,
God,
yeah.
dude.
I mean,
Yeah,
find
the
these
2 at
guys?
the same time is
I think
strong.
that one's a little
They
bit more
sent
obvious.
like that tech is probably my favorite tech at the
both
moment. The
so
wingman on the floor and then Dizzy running with it, so it's like it catches up and they both check a corner at the same time, or they both go into an area at the same time. That's the nicest deck we've seen so far.
On the menu.
And they're forcing a B hit so fast too. Waiting for a knife, then going in. Knife is hit over towards A. They see that.
This is gonna be interesting.
And they're ready
All right.
to pounce.
Yeah,
they have a okay. They have an okay hit like this.
There's Dizzy, there's a Trailblazer, there's everything.
Okay, this looks hard. Okay, yeah, this looks hard. They didn't have the guns for it, but it's still disgusting pop.
This game's over. I mean, this game's over. What a performance from
I'm glad I saw that. That's strong. Damn, okay, that's good.
It's only 3 players.
What can he do? Nothing. The Thrash, I mean, just a little added flavor, a little something extra. There's really just no way.
Wow, this was strong.
In a 1v5, right?
Just an insane performance from Lobby.
Yeah, this looked so easy for them. Oh my goodness.
To break down on this map.
Hey, that was cool. The best this looked so far. We saw some nice stuff from them. So yeah, and I was wondering on defense, because at the same time they were only ever using their molly at middle. And again, I don't think their util is good to use at middle, but is it not the molly, as in just a little bro and the Dizzy. But every single time he's saving them, and it's like their version of getting through a smoke. And it looks like they almost enjoy getting smoked off, because they know they can send it through it with it. Like, it looks like they want to get smoked off.
To perfection. You see the macro plans that they have.
Pretty cool.
They're just so complete. And the funny thing is you kind of know that, right? When Loud gets on the stage, you go, yeah, Loud's really good. We know, whatever. And then you see it and you go, dang, they're really, really good.
Marcozo, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. 24 months.
After watching that first
thank you, mate. Two whole years.
He's at the top of the scoreboard. It's less, actually. 20-8. That's a scoreline. 8 deaths. Just ridiculous. And while MIBR did get a few rounds, we thought maybe there's a chance because of the way that the half ended. It was 8-4. They got like rounds back into it. It was not much in that game.
Unreal performance from Les. We're going to throw it to a break. When we return, the series will
Dizzy,
continue.
Wingman, and Dog, the overwhelm. Yeah, that's what they were just using. Like every smoke, though, if they had those 3 up, it just looks like no